Okay, in this lesson we're going to be going over forward slips and turning slips. Slips are used to lose altitude in a quick manner without gaining too much speed. In our case today, it's a perfect example. We're at 5,500 feet. We're at the edge of the southeast corner of the practice area, and it's time to return to parkland. We're supposed to go back to parkland around 4,000 to 4,500 feet, so we have some altitude to lose. We don't really want to transition too far out of the practice area or too far back into it either, so a slip is a great example of what to do. So we're going to go from 55 down to 5,000. Before we do that, we want to make sure we take a good look out front. There's nobody around. Just did a radio call. There's no one out here. Would be another, if you hadn't heard anybody, you could always do another call. Okay, time to do that slip. Let's make sure our descent checks are good. So mixture rich. Fuels on both. Okay, so the winds are a little bit out of the north. We're showing 333, 30 knots. So that means we're going to slip to the right. So let's smoothly pull the power to idle, because we don't want to go to ground any quicker than we already have to. We're going to hold our attitude, letting the airplane slow down in airspeed. When we get to about 75 knots, that's when we're going to apply our slip. To do that, we're going to go ailerons first, to the right, and then apply full left rudder. Ailerons right. Smoothly applying full left rudder. Here you can see we're maintaining our speed pretty slow. We're about 80 knots, and we're losing altitude at 1,200 feet. We're moving a little, we're drifting. Let's add a little extra aileron to control it. You can see our ball and our wing are on the same side. So we're turning right, and the ball is full deflection to the right. That's perfect. If it's the other direction, it's called a skid. So let's level out at 47. So we're seeing just before 100 feet we started leveling off. Power in. Oh, we're a little late on the power. That's okay, we'll climb back up to 4,700 feet. Remember, at least 100 feet or so before you come out of the slip, you want to start reducing your ailerons and your rudders. So smoothly transitioning them and then adding your power back in so you don't lose any extra altitude. So now we're going to try a turning slip. This helps you to lose altitude even more because you're changing the forces on the aircraft. We're going to do a turning slip to the right. So we're going to look for traffic to the right, look around us, and we're going to go from 4,700 feet down to 4,000 feet so we can go back to parkland. So everything looks good, mixture's still rich, fuel's on. Let's bring that power back to idle again. Holding our attitude to get our airplane to slow down. About 75, then we're going to add right aileron, left rudder. Nice and smooth, good. Now we're adding extra right aileron because now we want to turn. So you can see we're in a slip, wing and ball are on the same side. Now look, we're going down at 1,550 feet per minute. We're still only at 80 knots, so nice and slow. You might get an indication on the fuel gauge like this because, of course, you've got one wing really far, so that fuel probe's not getting any gas. Losing altitude and turning around all at the same time, really losing the altitude, but nice slow speed. Here we go, we're coming up on 4,100. We're slowly going to start pulling the airplane out of the slip, adding the power, relaxing the controls. See, it's really important to plan for this because it is easy to lose a little extra altitude. If you do, don't stress, just gain that altitude right back. Make sure you get coordinated. Okay, so that's the forward slip and the turning slip. These are used primarily on approach and landing, and of course in situations like we just showed you. The other slip is called a side slip, and that's primarily used for crosswind landings, and we'll show you that in another video.